All right, so here we are.
We'll tie.
Yeah. Anyway, Chuck's honorable mention. So, of course, Chuck only submitted 8 bourbons, and 5 were in the top 5. So here are the 3 that did not make the top 5, mainly due to
The
Brian, but
top
that was
10,
it.
to be fair, to be
Okay.
modest, it was, yeah, 5 in the top 10. It was really no choice, which just makes my work easy.
Mhm.
I'm going to start with, for Brian and TJ, this is number 3, if you're, and this is Dickel 15. So this is a similar to me. I think, Brian's Jack Daniel's single barrel came out, barrel proof, Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, came
Mhm.
out as number 2. But Dickel 15 is kind of in that similar vein for us. As far as the channel, we've always promoted Dickel 15 as a great buy.
Yes.
One that you can readily find on the shelf. Generally, I mean, for a 15-year product, great value. So I thought it was worthy to submit this. This is a R bourbon submission, or R bourbon selection, I should say.
Yeah.
From Reddit. If you don't follow R bourbon, go ahead and check them out. This one didn't perform as well as some of the Dickel 15s that we've had in the past. We did have a Dickel 15 in 2021 that won best of. And this wasn't that quality, but I thought it was still worthy of submitting. Unfortunately, TJ's Dickel meter really picked it up, and his finished notes were just too much Dickel. I also picked up, yeah, the Dickel. I like the oaky, smoky barbecue notes that Dickel gives you on that palate, or the nose and the palate to me. For some, that just tends to be a little bit too much. So I still thought this was a solid pour. It did come in at 17th overall. So just below the bottom half, but respectable. My next honorable mention is also, I think, a consistent submission for me and for just the channel in general. And that was Barrel Batch, their most recent batch 36. So if you
Okay.
see this entire shelf behind me, that's like 3 bottles deep of barrel products. So I am a Barrel Craft Spirits fan. Some of their batches, there's some variation there. So some of the batches are better than others. I didn't think when we tasted this, the batch 36 was best of. I didn't think it was going to crack the top 5. But honestly, I was pretty happy that it came in at 12. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, TJ's notes: honey graham cracker and oak, apple pie crust, with a building finish. Mine were, yeah, nose of oak, caramel and citrus, stone fruit. The baked graham cracker also picked up on that. I almost wondered if that was the Mizunara, so I did pick up on some of the barrel blending, but I did not get that accurate. I did think that there was a smidge of young bourbon note for me that just kind of made it take a step back in the palate. A bit of that grain and youngness, which, as TJ can sniff out Dickel at 1 part per billion, I can sniff out grain and youngness at about 1 part per billion. But did like that finish. So I thought that was pretty respectable, coming in at 12. And my last honorable mention, maybe the biggest surprise for me of our best of bourbon this season, because I thought it would have been number 1 and would have been shocked if it was outside the top 5, let alone outside of the top 10. And that is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch B 524. So when we sampled this, when we tasted it, I was, if you go back to the video, TJ, don't link the video above because I don't want to be wrong. I thought for sure this was best of bourbon quality. I thought it was the best since B520, which is a legendary batch. Even last year, batch C923 won our best of bourbon, which was a fantastic batch. I thought this was as good, if not better. And, the blind tells it all.
Yeah. I mean, I remember saying that it's Probably the best Elijah Craig I've had in a long, long time. And I was right there
Yeah.
with you thinking that it would be our winner this year. So,
I mean, maybe we should link that video.
Right? It's like tell people that somebody other than me is wrong.
Exactly. We can all be wrong sometimes. It's
we,
okay.
we can be. We can be. Just have to
Everybody
admit it.
makes mistakes. Everybody makes
That's right.
mistakes.
I mean,
So that came in at 17th. So basically the same as the Dickel 15. Also below the 13th Colony 15th anniversary.
But to be fair, if we want to say everybody makes mistakes, where would it have finished without Brian's involvement?
Hey,
Great question.
now you're
Not
just like
top
not.
5.
Well, yeah.
Now you're just being mean.
But I bet above the 13th Colony.
That's accurate.
Well,
By quite a bit.
diversity of palates, sir.
That's what brings people to our channel. We have 3 palettes. 3.
3.
And 3 different people.
Yeah.
Who all find ways to not like Chuck.
2 with a positive correlation, 1 with a negative correlation, but we still value their opinion.
One that doesn't like being put in a box. Yeah. No, not quite. Just doesn't like being put in a box of correlation.
He's like, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Different days, different things, you know?
All right. So with that, there are Chuck's 3 honorable mentions that didn't make the top 10. Thank goodness he didn't just run the entire gambit.
You're welcome.
I did have 5 of the top 10. That's half.
I would say,
yep.
In case
because
you
of my
can't count,
rankings,
there's 3 of us, so
yes,
that's above a third.
statistically, percentage-wise, Chuck still submits the best bourbon because he has the best palate, and we all hope to be as cool as him one day. I've been trying that for 13 years now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Next week, it'll be mine. So welcome to the craziness. Cheers.
Stay neat.
our bourbon.